So we just arrived in San Juan. So definitely not one of my favorite places to visit. San Juan, we got the Moro behind me, but it's a pretty cool spot to come to. And it's actually Diana's first day here, so we're gonna see how Diana feels about being here.
So I'm checking out the art museums and the art buildings. They're also really cool. I gotta check in there too. There's like another museum here that has like a lot of pillars. And trying raspadillas. I asked for crema, and it's not crema. It's not the one that you get like from Alto Manhattan. This is pineapple-ish sweet candy. The ice is not as flaky and fluffy, but it'll do.
So this motor was actually built in 1539 was when it was finished built. What you see of it, then they did a few extensions afterwards, but in 1539 this area was built. So I think that watchtower in the back somewhere, let's see if I can get it, right there. So I think that tower was actually built afterwards to hold people with guns and stuff like that, and they originally only had 8 cannons to defend themselves from the enemy. And this place, El Moro particularly, was attacked throughout the years. The English attacked this place in 1595 and 1598, trying to conquer the island of Puerto Rico. The Dutch attacked it in 1625. The British attacked in 1797. And then finally the US attacked and conquered this area, and it was under military rule from 1898, which was the same year that they attacked and they signed the peace treaty, all the way to 1961 before they officially, but not really, made it into a Commonwealth of the United States. But officially, but not really, because it's still treated as a colony. And they have a little table here so you can sit down and have a little picnic, I guess, or just hang out for a little bit. And there's a little bridge, so you get to cross a little bridge over here. Woo! And some more seating area. So the reason why they have this bridge here, which I thought it was just for like aesthetics, is actually, you can see that the water used to run, or probably still does run off of there. And that right there looks to be original to me. So you're on the right side of the castle. So if you're facing at it, you're about to enter it, we're on the right side of the castle. That's what all this trail is. It's a little small hiking trail. Oh, look at this. Connection. Alright, so I almost did lose the drone when it went behind the motor, because it went behind the rocks there and I had no connection to it. It actually gave me a shot when I ran down there, ran over there. And when I finally got connection again, it actually gave me a dope shot that I wasn't even going for, which was over the motor. Well, I already had that shot from previous years, but I wasn't going to go for it just because it looked like the Mavic Mini 1 could not handle the wind. Like an original spot where they used to shoot people from, I don't know. That looks pretty dope. Rented out an Airbnb for $50 a night. Who wouldn't rent that for 50 bucks? Clean it up, put a window on there. So La Perla was a very dangerous neighborhood back in the days. I don't know if it still is, but it was one of the worst neighborhoods. And people always wanted to buy the houses of the people in La Perla because they could make so much money off of them. They had plans to build a resort, the whole entire nine. So right now we are in the cemetery, so don't know if it's as sketchy as it used to be back in the days. So definitely not brave enough to go over there. We're just gonna walk back to where we came from. Ooh, okay. So those rocks out there are meant to stop the waves from hitting these rocks. It's strong. And here are probably where the cannons used to shoot out of back in the days. I'm very tempted to climb up there just to see what's up there. I don't know if I'll be able to reach because of the height, but I'm gonna go for it. Hopefully there's no cameras around here. All right, let's go take a peek. So you can imagine the cannons just firing off. And then these chambers are also built in all types of different angles. So you can imagine the cannon just firing off in different angles, different directions at the enemy coming across. Now my only problem is getting down, because that is about 11 feet, maybe even a 12-foot drop. So definitely could sprain an ankle. Don't know if coming up here was the best idea that I've come up with. But, let's see if I can make it down safely. These holes are aiming at different types of angles, so I can only assume that that's where the cannons used to blast off from. So this part of the island really didn't catch my attention too much, even till this day that I'm 31 years old, even though there is a lot of history here, but it's not part of my family's history. So that's the reason why it doesn't really capture my attention too much to come here. But it does feel pretty cool to be here and know that this structure was built, this motor was built literally hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and it's still intact and it's still standing. It's pretty cool. So let me turn off the camera because there is a young lady breastfeeding over there. Go ahead and turn off the camera real quick. It's not a bad spot to breastfeed because there's only literally 3 other people here, me and this other couple. So she definitely didn't pick a bad spot to breastfeed at, but it was pretty funny. I had to turn off my camera. Whew. Oh, let me show you guys what it looks like behind me now. Look at this view. I don't know, I'm amazed by the view. And the bathrooms are closed. It's very unfortunate that the bathrooms are closed right over there. So instead of being able to take a cool picture in here, people are taking a piss in here, and that's very unfortunate. One thing that I would say that I do like about this place is that there aren't too many restrictions as to what you could do or what you can't do here, which is a good and bad thing. But for the most part, it seems like it is a good thing, because I haven't seen any graffiti here. Just people having piss in here and there, but there are no bathrooms available either. And when you gotta go, you gotta go. I understand that part also. So I kind of like it that you could climb on stuff. You could climb over here, look over to see what's on the other side. Where if this was in the US, in the States, you wouldn't be able to do absolutely none of that. So pretty cool. I'd also like to add that I was the first person to fly their drone in this area. I think it was the Phantom 3 Pro, the 4K version that I bought. And as soon as I got it, like within a week, I flew down here. Somebody did actually try to purchase that video off of me. I think they only offered me like 150 bucks for the videos, for all the rights to the video. But I gave them permission to use it in their documentary, and I didn't sell the video because I was very proud of myself. I don't know, some sort of, shouldn't even be proud about that, but for some reason I was proud that I was the first person to fly my drone here in El Moro in San Juan. Only entrance to La Perla by car. So if you want to go in there by car, this is the only entrance. The only entrance and the only exit. If you want to go by foot, there are more entrances, but to go by car, that's the only entrance. So if you go in there, you do something bad, you're not coming out. These buildings out here look pretty nice, but check that out. You can tell they were built a really, really, really long time ago. And then they were just plastered over, made to look nice. Look at this. You guys can hear the echo. And the reason why everything's crowned is because the weight actually goes down to the walls rather than be sitting on the ceiling. Good for hurricanes and for earthquakes. So everything crowned is actually structurally more stronger. So this place is empty now, but you could imagine back in the days they would have all types of sellers here selling out of the little tents, all types of things. But now, as you guys can see, it's completely empty and there's nobody here. You guys can see people really aren't content with the current situation in Puerto Rico. And they told her that there's a price on her head, which is actually pretty scary. Let's see what's over here. This is like another fort from back in the day. So these forts are all over Viejo San Juan. So you guys can see another fort over here. Oh, so we were walking on a fort that whole entire time. Wow. Look at that. It's pretty cool. Oh, look at the size of that bad boy. Holy smoke. Is that a big boy or what? 3 right here came all the way over here for. Just sent me this perfect picture, you guys.
Get closer, Diana, because we have to be further away. You should go a little bit more back.
Is there a whole tree in there? There is a whole tree in there.
Yeah, there is one.
No, that's pretty dope.
Te traigo el cuchillo para el...
Passion fruit mojito. Just finished eating and we are out of here. We're leaving San Juan. We're headed back to the Airbnb. 2-hour drive. We'll see how we make it there alive. The original bricks, which were replaced by the ones that I'm walking on right now, were actually made from the ballast, which was on the ships. It's something that they use for the ships to make them balance when they are in rough seas. So basically, so the ship doesn't tilt over. So in the 1700s, they used all of the ballast that was inside of the ships, and they paved the cobble roads with that. So that's a pretty interesting story, and the reason why they're like a blue color is because of the iron that they were made out of under extreme heat. So a lot of these bricks are actually replaced ones, but we're gonna try to see if we can find the street where they have all the original ones at.
Aw, they love each other.
I guess best friends right to the end. This is the Plaza del Quinto Centenario, built in 1992 to honor the 500-year anniversary of Columbus discovering the New World. And that 40-foot tall sculpture you see there was made from clay from all across the Americas. Is meant to signify the origins of the people of the Americas. Can you imagine how much clay they had to import just to build that one particular sculpture? It'd be pretty interesting to get the whole entire story. Pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Somos más y no tenemos miedo. And this old cool looking building actually has a casino inside of it. And this is the White House equivalent of Puerto Rico. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos like this, and I'll see you guys on the next one.